Hello, I'm Dan Moloughney, broker of record with Ottawa Urban Realty. I'm just going to give you a quick little overview of what's happened in the condo market in the last few years in Ottawa. So let's say in the last 10 years. Very quick, dirty overview. I'm not going to get into specific statistics or specific condo buildings or locations. If you wanted to talk about specifics, feel free to call me, contact me on Messenger, email, or give the business number a call, 613-233-2323. Anyways, it is January 21st, 2018. What's going on with condos? So the last year and a half, I'm going to say the last 18 months or so, the condos have really stepped up and come back from where they were. Let's say about 2 to 3 years ago, it was very difficult to sell the vast majority of condos. In the last, say, 4 years, between 2 and 4 years ago, there was lots of new condo projects that were canceled or delayed. They couldn't sell enough of the condo pre-construction, and then they would have to cancel them or delay them. And that happened at several large buildings in Ottawa with some large builders. So it was kind of interesting because that came on the heels of just like a crazy condo market. I'm going to say from 2000, well, probably 2009, 2010, 11, 12, and then maybe not quite as much after that, but certainly 2010 to 2012 was probably fairly busy condo market, and maybe there was probably a shortage of condos for the price point for the buyers in Ottawa. Interesting thing is that there was a bus strike. We had the slowdown, the economic slowdown in '08, but we also had a bus strike. I think it was '09 or '08 at the same time. And in my business, I saw a lot of the young people, a lot of government workers, I'll say, but younger first-time buyers. And when I say younger, I say mid-20s to mid-30s, that may have looked in Barrhaven, Canada, Orleans previously. And then after the bus strike, they're like, no way I'm going to get stuck like this again. And a lot of them started buying in Centretown. And I believe that what led to this Hintonburg effect that I have an old video about. Once Centretown reached a certain price, the younger people, first-time buyers, couldn't afford it anymore, even with partnering with somebody to, say, buy a duplex or a triplex, which was fairly common in the core for younger buyers. Anyways, back to condos. I'm rambling again. You're going to find I sometimes do that. But back to condos. The condos had a really tough time for a few years, and I sold a few, and I saw condos that were selling at prices that hadn't been seen prior to '08 or even maybe '07. And this is like maybe 2 years ago. And my clients that this happened to, you know who you are, and I'm sorry it happened. I can't control the market that way. Sometimes timing is everything. But if you were buying a condo a few years ago, it's probably a really good time to buy. So what's going on now? We got a lot more units coming in on the new side, and we're seeing the older units sell a lot faster than they did 2 years ago. And I would say they appreciated in the last few years, even though they had gone down. Even MPAC had caught up with the price lowering. If I look up the MPAC assessments for lots of the older condos, they were down 2 years ago considerably, and the MPAC assessments were done in 2016. So it's every 4 years. MPAC is going to happen again in 2020. Anyways, off on another tangent. What's going to happen this year with condos? I believe, my thought is that the newer ones in the more affordable range in the core or relatively close to the core, and this is going west, Hintonburg, Westboro, Wellington West, etc. They are going to mostly sell out this year, and not sell out, but there's going to be a strong market for them. And I think it'll probably be a little weaker to the east, and to the south I think it's going to be busy as well. And I can go into what's going on with the market, what's with the West End in the last year and a half or so. But anyways, we won't go into that yet. Condos have picked up. It's not as an attractive time right now to buy condos, but it might get a lot harder to buy condos as time goes on. So especially some of the, maybe not brand new, but maybe the newer buildings. As far as the older buildings go, that's a different kettle of fish, or however you want to say it. It's a lot of the older buildings are quite large and have a lot of services, and the condo fees reflect that. They also are tending to come to their end of life for some of the systems in it, whether it's the roof, the elevator, the swimming pool. Like, that's a big one. The swimming pool, the parking lots often need work, whether it's concrete or support work or whatever, and that can get very expensive. I'm not saying an older building is wrong, because there's lots of attractive things about an older building. Despite usually having 8-foot ceilings rather than 9 or 10 or whatever crazy height you can get in some of the new buildings. The square footage is way more for the price. It's just incomparable. The locations are often more attractive, whether it's looking out over the Ottawa River or looking out over downtown. The older buildings can allow a much better square footage and location for the price, despite the condo fees. So if you can't get over condo fees, you shouldn't even be watching this video, because if you don't want a condo, this isn't for you. But there is some interesting condos out there, and there's probably condos that would suit just about anyone. Everything from a small bachelor just to crash into 3 bedrooms. There are some single detached homes. There's a few in Ottawa that are actually condominiums. People don't really associate that with condos, but condos are a form of ownership, not a type of construction. I'll talk about that in another video. Thank you for watching, and let me know what you think of these videos. My lighting might be off, my sound might be off, but leave a comment down there. Thank you.